Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Shadow Man, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Alright, now I'm in Deadside by the North Gates, so let's run into these first new enemies called Shriekers. They don't really do much to you until you leave them alone, and that's when they start shrieking and taking away some of your health. We really don't want that. And whatever those little pink orbs they leave behind, that's health. You don't have to fight every single one of them, just go straight on until you know you get their getaway. They can't attack you from very far.
Michael,
there's Jonty over here. Let's talk to him.
Hello there, Michael. How's that treating you?
Jaunty, kindly refer to me as Shadow Man. Michael Lawai has no place here in Deadside.
Whatever, Mick. It's good to see you again. Seems like simply ages since I last set my eyes on your happy, smiling mug.
The feeling's mutual.
I suppose you've been away dallying with the old battle axe, giving her one with some of that righteous voodoo so she can stay forever young?
Something like that.
She's been filling your head with her fated pillow talk again, I'll bet. Soon saying an army giddy until you're drunk with the stuff.
She did happen to mention a certain prophetic dream she's been having.
Did she now? Well, for once I think the owl witch might be right. See that bloody big black tower yonder?
How could I miss it?
Well, old Bruegel, the medieval painter blokey, was just telling me the other day that he thought it looked remarkably like a picture he once did.
Is that Peter Bruegel?
No, Seamus, his distant Irish cousin.
Oh.
Anyway, he was quite shocked though he was at the terrible mess that bloody thing's making. Appearing out of nowhere and tearing its way through the place like there's no tomorrow. Which, given what Leslie's saying, might not be too far from the truth.
Any idea what's going on in there?
Nope, and I shan't be knocking on the front door to find out neither. All I'll say is, if there's something wicked heading this way, it'll be coming from in there.
Nettie mentioned the Dark Souls. Can you tell me any more about them?
I'm afraid I'll have to reply in the negative again, Michael. Suffice it to say, Nettie's told me that they're bloody powerful, well nigh indestructible, and shouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Any idea where they might be?
What am I, the Dark Souls travel guide now? I suppose you could try all of the ancient sacred places down amongst the whalers and shiverers. We just hope that none of them souls have ended up in that filthy big black tower.
From what Nettie was saying, some of them already have, which is all the more reason for me to be pushing on. Open the gates, Jaunty.
Places to go, people to see, eh, Michael?
Just open the gates, Jaunty.
Did I ever tell you about the time me and Attila the Hun were playing skittles with the guillotine heads of the French aristocracy?
Jaunty.
All right, keep your bloody hair on. Which, looking at your shining bonds, may prove to be rather difficult. Open sesame! And if you be wanting to pop by and chat a while, I'll still be here. It's just a shame we can't share a drop of the hard stuff together by a roaring peat fire.
I don't drink with snakes.
Hippos and rhinos maybe, but oh, snakes, forget it. Anyways, now we can go further on into Deadside, and this is where the game takes a real ugly turn. Trust me. I mean, other than Shriekers are not exactly a big deal. We'll be coming across some tougher enemies later. Oh, you better believe we will. You'll see them pretty much in this part. But around this area, it's mostly Shriekers, so you want to take them out as fast as possible. Especially if they're close by. The last thing you need is to lose all your health. You might even know where you lost it from. But then again, Shriekers usually do their attacks from them. So as soon as you see one, you know where to look. If it's coming from behind, just turn behind you, and there they are. Luckily, if you do die here, and you have to start over at the beginning of the area, the enemies will still be dead. It's only if you leave into a new area, or pretty much use that teddy bear, that the enemies come back. But at least all the progress you have done in this room, like solving a puzzle or moving a mechanism, for instance, will still take effect. You don't have to do that again, which is a good thing. And trust me, you're going to need that for later. So believe me, there's a lot of stuff you can do around these areas. Once you get more stuff, of course. Like right over here, you see that little panel there? We're going to do something with that later once we get a new item. However, from what I heard, you probably won't get that item until much late in the game, so there's no reason to rush that yet. You gotta look inside these pods too, because you might find some cadeau in there as well. Chances are we'll be coming back to this area once we get more stuff. So yeah, this game will have a fair amount of backtracking. I mean, this game is kind of like Ocarina of Time, the same kind of mechanics to an extent. But at least in Ocarina of Time, you don't have to do massive backtracking unless you wanted to get all the gold Skulltulas, and that was pretty much the only reason to backtrack in the first place. Here, you're gonna have to do a lot more of it, and yeah, don't touch the fire because it hurts. Okay, let's see. I've done all I can around here except cross this bridge. So why don't we go do that? Okay, you see these curtains over there? We're gonna do stuff with them later as well. Oh shit! Here's that new enemy I was telling you about. They're called slashers. Oh dear god. That and a shrieker, that's not fun. So I'll just get over here because apparently these enemies cannot jump. Haha. The thing I have to be careful with the slashers though is, yeah, they can spit acid at you, which can't even reach me. Therefore, I win again. They do move faster than you, though the best way to avoid them is just a circle strafe. Do not try to walk backwards because they move kinda uber slow, and you will get hit. Their death animation takes a little longer for some reason, but that's irrelevant now. Alright, I'm Babo. That's what those little streakers are saying. Babo, Babo, Babo. Asshole, asshole. And again, this is a rated M for mature game, so I'm not surprised. Can't believe this slipped away from Nintendo's censorship issues. But they managed to get away with it, which I'm very proud of. I heard the PlayStation version of this game was a bit awful. I never heard much about the Dreamcast version, and I think the PC version was quite alright. It seemed pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm playing the N64 version, okay? And that's the way it's gonna be. I'm looking for some more cadeau. I suppose there's plenty more where that came from. Okay, now I'm gonna climb over here, but I can't really move. I have to use C left to put my gun away. I can still shoot when I'm climbing onto this if I want, but I can't climb forward or backwards. I have to let go if I want to. Oh shit! Shit! I can't even get you targeted. Oh, there you are. Here. I thought there was only 2 slashers in this area. Oh, good, you're gone. There's nothing in that skin tent. Oh, bit of a lag spike there. Hope I'm going the right way. Okay, looks like I am. This looks like the beginning, only I'm on a different path. I don't want to go this way yet. Why don't I look around a little bit more? See if I'm missing any cadeau or anything. Don't worry, I'll be coming back here, I promise. Scout's honor. Then again, I don't think I was ever a Boy Scout. I was a junior Boy Scout, but never a Boy Scout. Oh, well actually this way it doesn't matter, it just takes me back to that wooden area I was climbing on before to take out those other slashers. Therefore this is basically just one big circle that in the end only leads to one path, which is where I need to go. Therefore it matters not. Now I can go this way. Hey Shriekers, how's it going? Sorry, but you guys suck. Oh, there's a coffin gate over here. I'll have to press C left, and...
I am the Lord of Deadside.
Damn right you are, Skimpy. Okay, let's just keep going, and... Looks like I'm in a prophecy chamber or something.
Looks like someone left me a note.
Huh. Luke, how's it going? But at least now I picked up the prophecy, so let's take a look at it. 23rd of November, 1888. Dear friend, although centuries may have passed by the time that you read this note, know that I greet you both as a friend and as a brother, for I, in my time, have also borne the burden that is the mark of shadows. Know then that I constructed these passageways, the paths of shadow, as pathways through the place known as Deadside, so that we, and those who also bear the mark, might bring order to this realm and traverse it without hindrance. In my time I have gathered and catalogued many of the ancient artifacts of power, some of which reside within these chambers. However, I fear that I must leave my work incomplete. A seed of darkness has come to this realm more powerful than has been felt in centuries, and so I find it necessary to seal the paths of shadow lest they and the artifacts within them fall into the hands of evil. The task of securing these passageways has been an immense labor, and I fear that with my weakening powers these outer gates have not been secured as strongly as those deeper within the paths. Know then that the way ahead shall require much greater strength than that which brought you here. In addition to the catalogue of artifacts, find here enclosed Les Cartes de Prophétie, the prophecy as spoken to the ancients by the Loa. I fear that the darkness I sense on this day might be that which Les Cartes speak of. But fate has made it my charge not to challenge that darkness. Instead, my labor is to secure these passageways so that come the time of the prophecy, when evil shows its true forms, they may be reopened and their relics uncovered. Maxim St. James. I don't even know the guy. Les âmes obscures. Long before the men of shadow, creatures with souls of evil did descend upon the world. Immortals, they were led by the one who is many, known as Legion, he who bears the mouth of blood. After the longest of battles, he was defeated and banished to a place beyond the worlds, and the dark souls of his armies were sealed into Govi. Les Heures de Sang, and the Sisters of Blood were entrusted with the Govi, and for many lifetimes the dark souls lay under their protection. La Construction d'Ai. I don't really know much about French. And then the one who was many did return from the place beyond worlds. Under its banner did he unite the madmen and killers, and they did build asylum in the world of the dead. L'Assignation de Cinq. And sending his minions throughout the world of the dead, he gathered the dark souls that were not under the sisters' protection. Using their dreaded power, he has summoned the five, like Cinq is five, mind you, mortal men to do his bidding. And they built for him gateways of souls into the world of men. You know those 5 serial killers? I actually have that in a Deacon's file that I got earlier in the game. La Rêve de la Sorcière. So the 5 did appear in a dream to the sorceress, and their lizard king did announce the apocalypse with the cries of 1,000 men. L'Appel de Pouvoir. And in her darkest hour the sorceress did call upon the man of shadow, aka you. The Serpent, known as Jaunty. And the serpent did guard the marrow gates until the shadow returned to the world of the dead, and thence did this serpent become his advisor. Le Chemin de l'Ombre. For the man of shadow did open the coffin gates, and for the first time in 100 years, where the paths of shadow walked. Les Rassemblements de l'Armée Obscure. The man of shadow did break the sister spell on the Govi, and in taking the dark soul's power, he did unite it within them. You see these numbers there to the left? That requires the number of dark souls you need to get to unlock certain coffin gates of that level. More on that later, of course. La Salle. With greater numbers, the man of shadow finally entered Asylum and did find the gateways within that lead to the world of men. And he passed beyond them and did confront the 5, but in the broad day of light did he fall to them. L'Ombre Tombre. And the sorceress fell into a deep trance, her powers exhausted, and a shadow did fall upon the world of men. And Legion took the power of the dark souls unto him. The end. Well, that doesn't really sound like a good story. Okay, now these are the items you need to find, also known as relics. The baton, that blade which pierces the ether and carries the spirit through it. Flambeau, bearer of the voodoo flame. Marteau, that which sounds the rada drums. Calabash, destroyer of the sacred vave. Assan, sacred rattle of the mambo. Poigne, to climb the falls of blood. We did see some blood falls earlier. We're going to need that to climb them. And Sang, that which protects. L'Eclipseur, the bringer of night, releasing the shadow into the world of men. Mystère, the Soleil, brother sun. La Lune, sister moon. La Lame, the power that binds. Book of Shadows, only the most powerful may read the Book of Secrets. Les Gads, the sacred marks given in trials by Le Sieur de Sang as protection from the elemental fire. Gad Toucher, that he may grasp fire yet feel no pain. Gad Marcher, that he may walk over burning coals. Gad Nageur, that he may be consumed by flame yet no harm shall come to him. Les Cadeaux, offerings to the Loa on the altars of life lying beyond the wasteland. 100 cadeaux made as an offering to the Loa shall increase the strength of a man's spirit. Okay, and that's pretty much the end there. Now you see that little altar over there? Now we can actually use the teddy bear to warp here anytime we want. The more of these you find, the better. Actually, I think I'm going to stop the video right here, and next part we will continue on to Deadside. See ya, everyone.